Hi, this is Chris, and we are taking a look at our first few questions here in Section 4 of SAT Practice Test 4. So for question 1, it says the monthly membership fee for an online television and movie service is $9.80. The cost of viewing television shows online is included in the membership fee, but there is an additional fee of $1.50 to rent each movie online. So flat fee $9.80, and then additional $1.50 per movie. For 1 month, Jill's membership and movie rental fees, so together, they were $12.80. How many movies did Jill rent online that month? So you could probably test out each answer choice, but let's see if we could create an equation, because that's actually a fundamental skill that we'll really need to apply in the math on several kinds of questions. So here we have a flat fee monthly no matter what. That's $9.80. So that is going to act basically as a constant. And then we have an additional fee, and that's each movie. So per movie, that would be $1.50 times the number of movies that we rent. So $1.50x, or if you want to use a different variable like M for movie or R for rental or whatever, that's perfectly fine. And that total is going to be $12.80 together. And we can translate that and into the addition sign that we see here. So now we just need to solve for x. We can subtract $9.80 from both sides. Hopefully you can do this with a little bit of mental math, but if you need a calculator, that's okay, because this is the calculator section. We get 150x equals $3. And when you divide by 150, we get that x equals 2. All right, let's take a look at question number 2. One of the requirements for becoming a court reporter is the ability to type 225 words per minute. Donald can currently type 180 words per minute and believes that with practice he can increase his typing speed by 5 words per minute each month. So here's our desired total. Here's where we are currently. And this is the increase that we're going to have is the 5 words per minute each month. Which of the following represents the number of words per minute that Donald believes he will be able to type M months from now? So believe it or not, this is actually very similar to the last question that we just looked at. And that's why if we are comfortable creating these equations, then we can answer a lot of questions very quickly, because here, if you look in your answer choices, you don't even have to solve to figure out how many months it's going to take him to get up to speed for this court reporter job. We just need to set it up. So here we have a constant, the 180, that's where we are currently. And then in addition to that, we're going to be adding a certain number of words per month. And it says here his speed is going to increase, so that's going to be our 5 words per minute each month. So that would be, it's an increase of 5 per month, so times the number of months, that would be 5m, and that's going to match answer choice C. So again, as a core piece of your foundation on SAT, if you can take a word problem and translate that into a mathematical expression, as we can see here from these first 2 questions in this section, that's definitely a necessary skill that you will see applied throughout. All right, let's take a look at question 3. If a 3-pound pizza is sliced in half and each half is sliced into thirds, what is the weight in ounces of each of the slices? So we could do this by multiplying out these fractions. A third of a half, or 1/3 times 1/2, would be 1/6. But let's take a look at a visual representation of this. So if we have our pizza, if we slice it in half to start, and then each half is sliced into thirds, so something like this. My picture might not be perfect, but it'll at least give us a general idea. So here we have 3 slices on that half, and then another 3 slices on the other half, for a total of 6 slices. So we can see that here each of the slices is going to be just 1/6 of the total pizza, and let's figure out what that's going to be in ounces. So 1/6 of your total, well, we have to figure out what that total is. They said that the pizza was 3 pounds at the beginning, and they give us this conversion that 1 pound is 16 ounces. So that means 3 pounds would be 16 times 3. And again, if you can do mental math on that, that's great. If not, it's okay for this section because you do have access to a calculator here. That would be 48 ounces. So 1/6 of 48 ounces, or another way of thinking of that in your head, it's just the same as saying 48 divided by 6, and that gives us 8 ounces per slice. And last on this page, we have question number 4. It says Nick surveyed a random sample of the freshman class of his high school to determine whether the fall festival should be held in October or November. Of the 90 students surveyed, 25.6% preferred October. Based on this information, how many students in the entire 225 person class would be expected to prefer having the fall festival in October? Okay, so basically what they're doing here, and you'll see this concept a lot, is they're giving us information about a smaller sample, and they're asking us to apply that to a larger group. They say that this is the percentage of the people who prefer October. So that would be your sample amount of 90 students, but the question is asking how many out of the entire class. So just make sure that we do the correct multiplication here, because a lot of times on these questions we accidentally pick the wrong number. I see a lot of students on this question do 90 times 0.256, and that would give us how many students in the sample said October, but that's not what they're asking us for. So be careful with that. They're asking us for how many students out of the total, applying that same percentage. We want to know 25.6% of the total 225 person class. So that would be 225 times 0.256 rather than 90. And here when we do that math, we get 57.6 students as our answer. Well, I don't see 57.6 as an answer choice, but keyword here, about. They want to know about how many students. So they're going to give us an answer choice that is close to that value, but not exact. And in this case, the closest to 57.6 would be 60 students. So that's about how many kids are going to prefer having the fall festival in October.